Chapter 8 is Consumers in the Global Economy. Part 1, we're going to look at some sources of consumer information to make you a better consumer and some shopping locations. Our goal is to identify major sources of consumer information. Who are consumers? Can you list some sources where you can go to find out about products before you purchase that product? Think about that. Can you think of some sources? Consumer information sources. Consumers have the power to decide to buy or not to buy. So basically the consumers run the economy. Businesses must meet the needs of the consumers or they will go out of business. Again, without satisfied customers, businesses would not make sales, earn profits, or remain in business. Consumers, you and I, get information from many different places, and we're going to take a look at these. We take a look at product testing through the media, through government agencies, businesses, and from other people. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the product testing organizations. And what they do is they test products and services for the benefit of the consumers and the businesses. Manufacturers of the products pay these organizations to perform safety tests on the products. So they'll perform the safety tests and then they report on those tests. Satisfied customers equals more sales for businesses. What they test for is for function and purpose of the product, whatever it may be. It may be anything from medicine to cars to paper or whatever. They look for the safety. They test for quality. The first one we're going to take a look at of the product testing organizations is called the Underwriters Laboratory. And what they do is they test electrical components of products for fire and electrical safety. The UL symbol indicates that the product has been tested and judged for safe and normal use. If you look around your house, anything that you plug in would have this symbol on it. And you can take a look at and try to find some of those within your household. And then again, they test for fire and electrical safety. The second one is the Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers, AHAM. And if you look at that little symbol there, you will find it on products throughout your house. It develops and maintains performance standards for appliances such as refrigerators, air conditioners, freezers, and so forth. So if you look at the back of your refrigerator, freezer, or air conditioner, there should be this symbol on it. The seal indicates that the product has met the performance standards. If they do not meet the standards, they will not put this sticker on it. Another one for product testing organization is Consumer Union. And Consumer Union, what they do is report scientific, technical, and educational information about products and services. It publishes articles in monthly magazines called Consumer Reports. If you've ever looked at it, they will publicize what they find on their research. USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, you'll see symbols like this. That's information about food buying, meal planning, nutrition. It inspects grades of meat and other foods. So when you go to the supermarket, you'll see that there's different grades on the meat, and the different grades mean different things in quality of their food and nutrition. You can get a lot of information through the USDA on meal planning, buying food, and so forth. And they test a lot of those agricultural products. Okay, there are lots of other sources out there, such as print-based magazines such as Consumer Digest, Good Housekeeping, Parents, etc. They provide articles about product information. So there's a lot of magazines out there, and you don't always have to read the paper magazines, but they're also found online. You can find information in newspapers. Broadcast-based, you can listen to radio, television, internet. There's banner ads that give you information. Sometimes there's some pretty good information about it. Pop-ups that show up. Not that you always need to click on them, but they do give you information about products. Outdoor advertising. We also have the sources of outdoor advertising, such as billboards, signs. We also have direct advertising, such as catalogs and flyers. And so you can find information about products that you want to purchase real easy by looking at the different sources. There's also what's called transit advertising. And this you'll see a lot of times in probably your bigger cities on buses. There might be some on the buses, on taxis. And we see it on our taxi right here in Valley City. There is some advertising. Sales promotions. You can also get information through sales promotions of coupons and customer loyalty programs. There are a lot of stores that have reward programs that go along with their products. The next one is government agencies. Remember, what we're doing is we're taking a look at where we can find consumer information so that we make good purchases. Government agencies, there's federal, state, and local governments also inform the consumers. There's what's called a Consumer Information Center, and it's the headquarters for our consumer information. An example there would be the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture again. It offers publications and online information about food and meal planning and nutrition. Remember, these are government agencies we're looking at. We've already covered this before in another category, but they inspect grades of meat and other foods. We also have what's called the CPSC, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, and it regulates the sale and manufacture of more than 15,000 different consumer products, and they just make sure that they're safe. There's different government agencies that do this. The Highway Traffic Safety Administration is dedicated to achieving the highest standard of excellence for motor vehicles and highway safety. It works daily to help prevent crashes and their cost, both human and financial. Okay, so they test vehicles, motor vehicles. You've seen some of those crash dummy commercials and so forth. We also have other government agencies like the Federal Trade Commission, the Food and Drug Administration, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, EPA. We've heard a bunch of those on the Environmental Protection Agency. And you've probably heard of a lot more agencies, especially with all the COVID vaccine testing. And you hear that they have to go through all the testing. So any product that hits the market has to go through some agency that's going to test it to make sure that it is safe. Every state has consumer protection agencies, and these agencies have websites to provide information and handle consumer questions. So that is the third source of consumer information. We took a look at product testing, media, government agencies. Now we're going to take a look at some business sources, how businesses get their information out there for you. The big one is advertising. Advertising is a popular source of consumer information. Remember, the main purpose of an advertisement is to encourage you to buy the product. Advertising can tell you what the product is, how it's made, and what it'll do. Remember, with advertising, they're showing you the good parts of the product. And then you have to use that information to see if you want to buy it. The Super Bowl is the only sporting event that draws people together around the television to excitedly watch commercials. According to the CNBC, the cost of a 30-second ad during Super Bowl 53 was $5.25 million. Okay, the average price of a 30-second ad during the World Series is $520,000. And the average price of a 30-second ad during the Oscars is $2.6 million. And you can figure out why it is like that. It just depends upon the audience that they're getting. But it's kind of crazy how a 30-second ad can be over $1 million of advertising just because of the coverage that they're getting. Another source of information, consumer information, is through product labels. Another business source reports the nature and the contents of the product. So when you look at product labels, you can see, is it 100% polyester? Is it cotton? Remember, if it's 100% cotton, it's going to shrink a little bit. So again, you're going to find information by looking at the labels. It tells you exactly what the product is made of, its size, how to care for it, and when it was made. Clothing labels must tell you what the product is made of, and it must give you instructions for washing. So every product that you buy, every clothing product, must have that information someplace on the label. Consumer service departments is another business source. Many businesses have special departments focused on consumer services. Some firms provide customers with booklets on the range of customer topics, so you can go up to the customer service department to get information on a product also. Another business source is the Better Business Bureau, and they provide you with experiences of other people. They do not recommend products or firms. So a lot of people, if they have issues with a business, they will report it to the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau keeps track of that. And it's not only bad reports, but it might be also positive reports. So you as a consumer can call the Better Business Bureau to find out about a certain store. If they have any information, they will give you that information, but they don't recommend, buy from this store or not to buy from this store. So a lot of businesses want to make sure that they have positive reports with the Better Business Bureau. A lot of stores also, when you walk in, you may find a sign that looks like on the screen, accredited business with the Better Business Bureau. Businesses want to be in favor with the Better Business Bureau. There's also personal contacts is another source, is word of mouth. And this is where we hear a lot of our information about products, is just talking to someone who already owns a product or has used the service. So again, as a review, consumers get information from many different places: product testing, media, government agencies, businesses, and other people. Next, we're going to take a look at some shopping locations. And shopping locations have really changed within the last year or so with COVID. And we've gone through a lot of changes. But we're going to take a look at some traditional ones that have been around for a long time. Department stores, they are stores that have an extensive product line and emphasize services. I didn't change a slide, but we all remember Shopko being around here. Best Buy, Sears, JCPenney's, stores that have extensive product line and they have service, people that will help you with product. Another traditional retailer are discount stores, stores that emphasize lower prices on their products. Some of those, Family Dollar, Walmart, Target, I think Gordman's is closed now, but that used to be a type of discount stores. Again, they are stores that have a wide variety of products and offer them for a lower price. We also have what are called supermarkets. In food retailing, it's the large full service store that carries brand names. Marketplace, we used to have Marketplace here in town. Lever's, Hugo's, there's a Hugo's over in Jamestown. We also have it like in Fargo. There's Hornbacher's, Cashwise, different supermarkets like that. In food retailing. Traditional, another one is specialty stores. Stores that have a special line of products for sale. Radio Shack, Verizon. In Fargo, there's like Riddle's Jewelry or Jamestown, and they have a special line of products for sale. Convenience stores, we know all about them. There are small stores that emphasize the sale of food items, accessible location, and long operating hours. Casey's General, Tesoro, Brothers 3, and so forth. Loves. Okay, we also have specialty superstores, stores that offer low prices and a wide variety of a limited product line. The limited product line, for example, like Office Max, okay, they have lower prices and they have like office focus. Home Depot, again, they have the lower prices and theirs is home based, house. And Best Buy, your your technology components, you might have house appliances and so forth. Again, low prices, wide variety of a limited product. We also have what are called superstores, and they're discount stores that have expanded to a wide variety of food products. They may also include a bakery, restaurant, pharmacy, banking, video rentals, not so much anymore, but banking, such as Walmart and Target. We also have what are called warehouse clubs, and they're no-frill outlet focusing on the sale of large quantity at reasonable prices. And the ones we're probably familiar with is Sam's and Costco and Fargo. There's also what are called, factory outlets. They sell products directly from the factory. The one in Fargo there's a Burlington coat factory, and there's factory outlets throughout the state of Minnesota. Albertville has outlets and so forth. Door to door, it's a salesperson walks from house to house trying to sell a product or service. We always think they're annoyance, but sometimes they have some good products. And what's probably the most familiar is mail order catalogs. And catalogs, this isn't the most common, but the mail order catalogs is where you get a catalog and you mail in your order or you telephone it in. I'm not sure how many people still do that anymore. We also have vending machines, is a non-store shopping, is where customers can shop for items by putting money into machines. You know how the vending machine works. And then the biggest one probably is online shopping. It's the act of purchasing products or service over the internet. And again, in the last 5 years, this has become the popular one to do.